At first, being a victim feels painful. Later, it feels familiar, and eventually, it feels powerful. There is a part of you that doesn't just suffer. It learns how to survive through suffering. It learns something subtle. If you are the victim, you are never responsible. If you are the victim, you are always right. If you are the victim, you never have to change. And slowly, that part of you begins to prefer pain over transformation. Then the ego takes shape. The ego doesn't always want dominance. Sometimes it wants innocence, because innocence protects it from self-examination. The ego says, I am always the one who is hurt. I am always the one who gives. I am always the one who loses. And the story becomes addictive. Because stories give meaning, and meaning gives identity. Like a quiet echo from Persian poetry, there is a strange truth here. Sometimes we cling to sorrow not because it is beautiful, but because it is ours. So the ego starts arranging reality to fit the narrative. It remembers betrayals, but forgets its own patterns. It magnifies abandonment, but ignores its own withdrawals. It chooses the same kind of people, then calls it destiny. It repeats the same wounds, then calls it fate. But repetition is not fate. It is familiarity. And familiarity feels safe even when it hurts. The ego loves the victim role because it offers moral superiority without inner work. If you're always the wounded one, you never have to ask, what am I contributing to this pattern? But that question is dangerous, because the moment you ask it, the story collapses. The ego resists this collapse. It prefers tragedy over responsibility. Like an old Persian verse that whispers through time, sometimes the chain we curse is the same chain we refuse to remove. Here is the truth that breaks the illusion. Not every pain is imposed. Some pain is chosen, unconsciously, patiently, repeatedly. Not because you enjoy suffering, but because suffering has become your identity. If you let go of the victim role, you lose something familiar. Your narrative, your justification, your emotional home. And that terrifies the ego. Because if you are not the victim anymore, you must become the author. Not of your wounds, but of your future. And that requires courage greater than suffering ever did. The ego loves being a victim, because victims never have to transform. Freedom begins when you stop asking, why does this always happen to me? And start asking, why do I keep choosing what hurts me? If this resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is a small step for you, but a giant leap for BrainRootX.